Okay, what you've all been waiting for, the next episode of the beautiful $5,900 M6 with that powerful V10 engine. Now, we brought it over here, we got it up on the lift. It was not easy. For some reason, this car is really hard to push. It's pretty much like unpushable. That leads me to believe that there's some kind of resistance somewhere. And if there's resistance, even in neutral, no e-brake, it's really hard to push. It's not that heavy. Something's not right. So the brakes, if you haven't noticed, are absolutely fucked. So that's something I want to check today. Another thing is we got brand new oil. I had to wait. I wanted to do the oil change a long time ago. I had to get the right oil because this is a supercar, believe it or not. I had to wait because it took like 2 weeks or so. We're gonna change the oil. Hopefully it's all good. We got power steering fluid. Where's the power steering fluid? We got power steering fluid because if you haven't noticed, it sounds like it's low on power steering fluid. This bottle, can you guess how much it is? $40 fucking for power steering fluid. So far, what is supposed to be a cheap BMW is not cheap at all. But we gotta do that, quick little fluid change, see what's going on with that. We're gonna pull off the underbelly panel. Hopefully we can solve the problem today in this episode, but we're gonna get a lot of work done, be very productive. Quick side note, I want to show you guys some of the destruction on the Mustang. If you have not watched the last video, I highly urge you to go watch it. It's our 4th of July special. Very fun video. We just absolutely annihilated these tires.
It's too much power! Make him stop!
Yeah, dude, those things are freaking shot.
I say that they've got another 10,000 miles on it.
Well, a few more burnouts.
We got a chia pet growing right here, if you can't tell. This side's even worse. Looks like a jungle. We got tires just peeling. Look at that wear right there. Look, all of it came onto the exhaust too. So,
honestly, we're not showing wire quite yet, so I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We got more burnouts, and then, you know, we swapped the tires because the fronts are pretty good.
Yeah, dude.
So, this car has just had an amazing journey. If you've been watching the channel for the last year, you've seen what we've done with this car. We bought this car off of a literal crackhead, crack pipes in the back of the car when we bought it, and brought it back to life. We took, you know, a junker car that was struggling to survive, and we gave it a new life. You know, I love this car. It is just indestructible. We took it to Vegas and back, you know, all kinds of cool shit. So in the last video, if you watched, the car blew up.
Fuck yeah, brother!
Turns out, it's just the radiator hose. And now that we have lifts, this is like a fucking 3-minute job. We'll swap that out, but the car still runs. I mean, this thing is just fucking so great.
It's so
what
reliable.
An amazing car.
I mean, another like $15 hose and this thing's burnout ready.
Yeah, you gotta give Ford. I've owned a lot of Mustangs and they're bulletproof, and I abuse the fucking shit out of them. They're good cars. Okay, and speaking of incredibly well-built cars, the M6. It's a joke, by the way. Let's take a look. So we got this underbelly panel that we're gonna want to take off. So it's already collapsed and it's all wet. So if you want to come take a look.
Oh man, it is caked.
Yeah.
Maybe it's your power steering. Maybe it's not engine.
Power steering fluid, oil, it's probably everything's leaking. So we gotta fix that. Those rotors are toast. I have like an ABS brake light in the car, so you know, we do have to fix that. Wheel moves perfectly fine. This wheel moves perfectly fine as well. Let's take this panel off. Okay, all 50 of those little 8mm bolts are out. Pull this thing off.
Look at that, dude. So that's SMG. Definitely very wet.
Wet as fuck.
That's not good.
Ooh, look at that sticky, like maple syrup looking shit.
Ooh.
This is the moment where I really start to regret my terrible decision-making skills. I should have just bought a good one. Should have just spent more money and bought a nice one. Why did I have to buy the cheapest one available? Shit's dirty as fuck. I'm gonna spray it with some brake clean.
Holy shit.
What do we got here?
Look at all these goodies.
A lot of rat poop, leaves, kinds of shit.
These Arrowhead bottle caps right here.
Yeah, it's really great to know that there's so much rats in the engine bay.
Oh yeah, look at all that. That's all torn up styrofoam from a rat for sure.
Let's change the oil. Or drain it at least. Okay, so the bolt was on really tight and just a little Allen by itself wasn't gonna work. So I took this extension and just put it in, and it gave me all the leverage I needed. So if you ever run into a problem, secret hack for you. So let's actually drain this fucker now.
Ooh, we got oil.
So I gotta plug this.
Yeah, go ahead. I would do it like now. Was that a chunk?
I hope not.
Okay, go quick.
Okay guys, we got good news and bad news. The good news is it had oil in it, which we knew. Bad news is I'm pretty sure that's a piece of a rod bearing right there.
Oh, is that copper?
Oh, where'd it go?
Nice. Now it's gone forever.
It's gone.
We'll never know if that's really copper or not.
I mean, it's got 110,000 miles. It's about due for some rod bearings. Now, obviously, I already expected when I bought this car that I'm gonna have to do the rod bearings. So it is what it is.
Well, the good thing is I don't see any other copper. Just that one huge massive chunk.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna say fuck it. I'm still gonna run the engine, and if it blows up, it blows up. This is a great example of do not do what I do. Okay, back to draining the rest of the shit. Drain plug, brand new washer, and let's plug this bitch up.
I removed this brake duct that was sucked in right here that also acts as an intake up to the engine, and I finally got enough room to put this on. And we already drained it, just FYI. I know there's a drain plug. The scary thing is we're having this much trouble and all we're doing is changing the oil. Trying to see how much copper there is in this oil filter. Oh.
It's like panning for gold.
I know it's panning for copper, but yeah, basically. But I see it right there. It's really minor.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Let's change this oil and see if we just figure out this transmission. Fuck it. Once we get it running, then we can worry about the rod bearings. So first thing, before we put the new filter in, we gotta change these O-rings. Now this is no different than my old Beamer, except that my old Beamer ran. So that just comes off just like that. We got a new one right here. Now typically you're supposed to lube these up because when you don't, they can crack and leak. So we're just gonna, ooh, nice and dark. We're gonna lube this thing up. All right, and it's all nice and wet. You just slip it right back on. There we go. Boom, this thing is now set to go. Now the other thing, which I've never seen, new O-ring, you can now add this back into here. We're gonna take a precision vehicle and do absolutely everything by hand.
I'm pretty good at tightening them by hand though.
No more fucking around, Noah. No more fucking around.
Dude, fall out of the seat.
He fell out of the seat. That's
Yeah, your chairs fucking suck here.
Okay, first round of oil, because this fucker takes 10 quarts, one for each cylinder.
So it says right here on the actual car, it says 1,200 mile service required. I don't really know if that really means that. Maybe that's a mistake. That seems kind of crazy.
I think it's the first 1,200 on the engine. There's
Maybe.
no way it's every 1,200. Okay guys, the car has fresh oil now. That's just something that we had to do. Not really making it run, but we found a problem. So I just lowered the car, it was already in neutral, but I took off the e-brake. Now that the car's in the air, I want to show you a problem that's might very well be the problem with this car moving, is that these wheels, which should be moving freely, are very hard to move. They're kind of like locked up.
It's in neutral and the handbrakes.
The front wheels are perfectly fine. The two rear wheels have a little bit of a problem here, and if you haven't noticed already, the brake rotors are completely fucked. The brake pads look non-existent. We have a ton of ABS lights. Literally, the car is telling us, like, hey, this is what's wrong with me.
So what? How are we gonna fix that?
I don't know. New oil in the car. We're gonna start it up. See how well the, if I give it some gas, if the wheels are spinning, then we're gonna crack them. And
Well, you should tap the gas pedal or the brake pedal a few times. See if.
Yeah.
that makes a
We're
difference.
just testing because the rear brakes are stuck, so we're just trying to fuck around until they work again.
We're trying to find a mechanical workaround.
Yeah,
until
we're
we
doing
fix
all
it.
of our scientific tests right now. Okay, so we ran the car. I pressed the brake pedal a bunch of times, because I've read in some forums that might free up the ABS if it's having problems. And look at this. It moves pretty decently and pretty easily now. Okay, so let's lower it on the ground and see if the car moves now. Maybe we magically fix the car. We did not solve the problem.
Do you think it would be that easy?
No.
I think the brakes got fucked up, and that caused someone to do exactly what you're doing, which fucked up the clutch.
That very well could be the case.
Looks like we're gonna be dropping the transmission after all.
Well, stay tuned for the next episode because we'll be fucking ourselves.